I'm here to visit a very good friend of mine we've known for quite a long time, and I heard he's in town, so I came to say hello. Hello.
Hey, Brian. How you doing, man?
I'm very well. How you
Good to
doing?
see you. Come on in. Come on in.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. So welcome to America. It's a visa-free zone.
Visa-free zone.
Visa-free zone.
Yeah,
we've actually had this home since 1945. We built it.
1945.
1945 to be the U.S. Consul General's residence in 1945. And it was the residences of our diplomats. So they all lived upstairs, like I do now.
Yeah.
And then this was where we processed visas, and then they eventually turned it into the ambassador's home when we built our first building, kind of offices in 1960.
Wow.
So the British gave us this property in 45, 100-year lease. And it's one of the best views in Lagos.
I know, right?
Look at that.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, so a lot of history in this place. You hear stories of Walter Carrington lived here, our ambassador, in the 90s. Lots of Nigerian leaders have come and gone through here. People grew up coming to visit here, so I'll periodically meet people who are like, oh, in the 70s I was friends with the ambassador's kid and hung out and played tennis or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is lovely.
Yeah.
So how does it feel just waking up in the morning and be blessed with this scenery?
It's wonderful, and you know it's got this incredible nature. We actually had it designated as a nature preserve.
Okay.
So we get the migratory birds that come and go. We get the African gray parrots, which are protected.
Yeah.
I've even seen my staff call them alligator.
Alligator.
Yeah, they're monitor lizards. We've had a few of those. But my favorite is this tree.
Yeah.
So you know what this is?
Almond, right?
Yes. See?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I get here and I'm like, what's this tree? And the staff are like, it's fruit.
That's what we call it. I used to call it fruit myself.
And I pick it up and I'm like, well, I know it's fruit.
Yeah.
What kind of fruit?
Fruit.
And then I said, what kind? And then they decided, well, if I say it louder, he'll understand. Fruit. No, so I had to like take a picture of it and look it up on Google.
Yeah.
It's tropical almond.
Oh, tropical almond.
And then I stupidly tried to eat one. You know, you can eat it, right?
Yeah, I eat it. I used to eat it.
It took me a little bit of time to figure out how to like
Break it and get the
break it,
nuts
yeah,
out.
exactly.
So when I was
Exactly.
young, I am in school in Apapa. So we have a lot of almond trees.
Yeah.
Every time I'm coming back from school, we see all the almonds on the floor. Sometimes we just throw sticks at it and it drops. So we used to call it fruit too.
Fruit.
Yeah, fruit.
Fruit. If you say it loudly, maybe I'll understand it. So yeah, this place, it's got trees that are 100 years old.
100.
These amazing property and a lot of history. I mean, we have these properties around the world where we do our diplomatic engagement.
Yeah.
So it's sort of welcome people in, host them, and have a chance to convene and bring people together. So
Nice.
yeah,
This is actually the biggest almond tree I've seen.
yeah, right. Well, there's mango trees.
Oh.
Look at this. That tree behind the coconuts. You see the coconuts?
Yeah, I see the coconut.
That's a mango.
That's massive.
Yeah, we have 6 or 7 of those. So we bring hundreds of mangoes into the team when it's mango season. We just finished up. But
The next time, please hook me up.
I'll hook you up,
Yeah,
bro.
I love mangoes.
No problem. Me too. Me too. Yeah. So please come on in.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
So I was saying, man, you make a very good tour guide.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's kind of part of the job of being a diplomat, right? You're going all over the world, introducing people to your country, your culture.
So, can you raise up your right hand?
I can.
Yeah, please do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you solemnly affirm that everything you say is going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Jollof
Are we married
rice.
now?
Not yet. So, Nigerian jollof or Ghana jollof?
Never had Ghana jollof.
Don't.
Okay. but I hear that jollof is different in different parts of Nigeria.
Yeah, it's different. The Igbo jollof is different from the Yoruba jollof.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the reason it's a bit confusing.
Okay.
Because I don't know what tribe of the jollof rice that the person ate that made him say that Ghana jollof was better. So it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's a question for you: jambalaya or jollof? What's the difference?
I really don't know. I just started hearing of jambalaya about like 10 years ago.
Okay,
It never existed in my time.
All right.
Someone just created that stuff from, I don't know. So tell me, who's your favorite Afrobeat artist?
Oh, it's got to be Thames.
Thames.
That voice, and it got a little bit of a crush. You know, just listen to her. And on the Black Panther, when she sings "No Woman, No Cry," does a little sort of Bob Marley. Oh, just incredible.
She's dope. She's one of the best.
Yeah, she's one of the best. I've met a bunch of them. Fireboy, Ashake, Davido. Haven't met Burner, but they're great guys, wonderful people.
You're into your Nigerian music.
I know them, and I can jam to them a little bit, but Thames is the one that I just tune it in.
So you've not heard
out.
my album yet?
I've heard it.
Yeah, good.
But you know, you're not Thames, bro.
I know. I was just hoping you would throw my name in there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one more question. So, what's your favorite Nigerian food?
And the favorite Nigerian food is Moi-Moi.
Moi-Moi?
I love it, man.
What do you eat? What do you eat with it?
I can eat almost anything with it, but the few things I love to eat, Moi-Moi. I love egusi.
Okay.
I didn't like it the first couple times I had it, but now I love it with like a little bit of cassava swallow.
That's eba.
Eba, exactly. And then an egg sauce. It's something that I love eggs. And I actually used to work in a restaurant making eggs when I was a kid.
You?
Yeah, of course. Nice. I had like
humble
a summer job. We all do. Come on, man. Frying omelets. So egg sauce, like a little bit of spice. Moi-Moi reminds me of refried beans in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like that bean.
But normally out here, so you just eat your Moi-Moi alone?
I'll get it anywhere. I'll get it like at someone's house. I'll get it when I go out to a restaurant. Even when I stop at Chicken Out, I'll get Moi-Moi.
That's interesting. Yeah. And where is the best place that like your best place to travel to in Nigeria?
I've traveled all over. I think one of the places that impacted me the most was we went to Osun Osogbo.
Osogbo, yeah.
And visited the sacred grove there and got to see sort of like some of the deep cultural ties there. And actually, the embassy sponsored a project to do some restoration of one of the shrines. We got to go with the sort of the keeper of the grove and explore.
You're not scared?
No, it was amazing. It was incredible. I got to see the sort of the shrine to Osun and learn a little bit about the difference between Osun and Mamiwata.
Yeah.
It was really, really interesting.
It's really interesting. You guys, like, I will never do anything like that.
You're scared?
Yeah. You guys are brave.
Well, I was invited. That's where I got my Yoruba name.
What's your Yoruba name?
It's Oluwatobi.
Oluwatobi.
Yeah, which means God is great.
Nice. So I can call you Toby.
You can call me Toby.
Toby!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the dancing governor gave me that name. So
interesting.
Kind of into it, and he didn't teach me to dance because I'm a terrible dancer. But
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because there's I don't know if it's a stereotype, but people say that white guys can't dance. Is it true?
I can't dance. In fact, there's like a very specific rule that my wife has of no video will be taken of me dancing. Okay. She says I dance with my face. But I love watching people dance. She's a wonderful dancer.
Okay.
I don't, no talent. But I have to say, like, watching the musicians and the talent here, it is absolutely incredible.
I noticed that you're talking about talent. We know we have a lot of talented kids in terms of the music, in terms of art, and in tech as well. I know you have a lot of interest in tech. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I think tech is one of those areas where Nigeria is thriving and booming and about to explode. And it's based on the incredible talent of Nigeria's youth and that entrepreneurial spirit. I've never met a Nigerian who sees a problem in front of them that they don't think they can somehow get over, get around, dig under, maybe turn around, pick it up, sell it to someone. That entrepreneurial spirit, it's actually very similar to the American spirit, I believe. I think it's what ties our connections between our countries. But in the tech space, if you're willing to learn and study and create, you can add incredible value to the economy and diversify this economy, right? Nigeria's tech economy accounts for 22% of GDP. It's 3 times more than oil and gas. Wow. Oil and gas is less than 7% of GDP in Nigeria. So you're talking about jobs being created, talking about massive investment from the United States, like 70% of the investment that comes into the tech ecosystem comes from the US.
Was that the reason you guys had the meeting in Abuja?
Yeah. Well, we had this sort of regular conversation with the Nigerian government and our government about all the different aspects. But the senior official that came from the State Department announced that we're going to host a conference on AI together with the Nigerians this summer, and then secondly, a conversation about tech in the US. And AI, I just need to mention this because you're sitting in the same space. Sam Altman right? The CEO of OpenAI, ChatGPT. When that was exploding last year, he did a world tour, and he came to one place in Africa.
Yeah,
Lagos.
Lagos.
And we hosted him right here.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. Maybe you were shooting a movie or something.
Yeah, I always do that.
But he comes and he does this, and he was talking about how we need African voices to help shape the future and help shape AI, and we're all in on that. Just like President Biden said, we're all in on Africa.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to the Afrobeat industry, the movie industry, our guys, they've now picked up something where they travel to the States to want to better and enhance their skills, whether it's in directing, art direction, or is there anything that the U.S. consulate is doing to make that crossover easy?
I'm glad you brought up creatives, because in my mind, creatives and tech kind of go hand in glove.
Yeah.
The creative sector wouldn't be reaching all these audiences around the world if it weren't for the tech platforms, right? 8.8 million followers on Instagram. I don't know how many subscribers on YouTube.
That's right.
A lot. You done try.
Not that much.
But that connection is what enables the profit making, right? It enables you to reach new audiences, and so we are trying our best at the U.S. mission here to invest in the next generation, both kind of talent, but also what's called below the line, right? All the people, the hardworking people behind the cameras, who are writing your scripts and helping to produce and do post-production. So we have several new exchange programs to invest in that talent across the continent, because what we've learned in the United States is, for 80 years, the U.S. has benefited from the power of Hollywood. Right? It helps us. We call it cultural diplomacy, but it helps shape the brand of the United States. And we see that this is Nigeria's moment to do the same thing. That it's great for the artists, but it's also great for Nigeria, because you are telling Nigeria's story to the world. And that can drive trade and investment, it can drive interest in the country, and it can bring in more trade and investment down the line. So it's something we believe in deeply, and we're happy to partner, and we want Nigerians to look to the United States to be that partner.
Great.
Yeah.
So what about the Nigerian youth that want to study in the US? Any plans for?
Yeah, so Nigeria is already like the #1 sending country of foreign students to the United States. There's over 17,000 Nigerians who study in the US. And that makes them the 7th largest sending country in the world. And so the embassy and our mission all throughout Nigeria has a program called Education USA that helps advise students on how to apply, how to find scholarships, how to navigate the visa process so that they can be successful in getting into US universities. But it's not just about studying in the US, because those kids, when they come back, they bring back these incredible connections to the United States that can drive further research, right? Because they've been working in a US academic institution, so they bring that back if they're going to be in academia. It can drive investment. If they want to come start up a company, they kind of have connections with the venture capital space in the United States. And it can drive trade, because if they've worked with a US company, they might say, I want to bring that product back into Nigeria, or I want to work together. So we believe that education and those education ties are really foundational. And I can see it every day. The people who are founding these tech unicorns, a lot of them studied in the US, right? The diaspora, there's 700,000 Nigerians who live and work in the United States.
700,000.
They are the single most successful, when it comes to academic levels and income levels, diaspora group in the US.
Wow.
They're the ones that fill the stadiums when you come.
Really?
Right? Yeah. That Nigerian diaspora, you got to tap into that, man.
I'm trying to. I'm really trying to.
Because they're the ones that, and they are telling Nigeria's story to America every day.
And in actual fact, it has helped our own industry, because because of the fact that most people, I won't say migrating, but moving down to the States,
coming back and forth.
Whenever we do our tours, we try as much as possible to do it around the summer period, because we know that we've got the Nigerians in the US and the Nigerians coming for a holiday, so it's an easy kill for us. Now, my last question.
All right.
What's your favorite TV show?
Honestly, anything but Flatmates.
Really?
No, I love it, man. I love it. It's high comedy.
Whew. Thank you. This is the best. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
My
and
pleasure.
I really appreciate what you guys are doing for the industry, the music industry, the creative space, and even with the youths, with the whole educational thing, and especially the tech side is really dope.
I told a story about you the other day.
Tell me.
I was on a Rise TV doing an interview, and they were asking about the diaspora, and I said, you know, I was in Atlanta for the Headies.
Yeah.
I'm in the Atlanta airport, and I'm waiting for the subway, and Bright, Basketmouth, comes up to me, and I was like, hey man, what's up? And I'm used to kind of hear people know me, and they're always like, hey, can I get a picture? We're sitting there, and people come up to you. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
We're sitting there, and I'm like standing there, and I'm just like a normal dude, and people kept coming up to you, because that's how well known you are in the United States.
I try.
And that's how.
And I'm happy you're saying this so they know.
But it's true, like that the influence of Nigerian creatives in the U.S., just like you, and the Nigerian diaspora in the United States is influencing our culture.
Yeah.
I got off the airplane, got in an Uber, the guy's listening to Rema.
And it helped, like when I was, the Afrobeat industry helped me.
Of course.
A lot, because most times when I, like, you know, announce shows in the States, people are interested when they hear that, oh, the comedian from Nigeria, because they're already introduced, they introduced them to Afro music already, so it's dope.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
My
man.
pleasure, brother. Thanks,
Thank you
man.
very much, man.
Thank you.